Hey guys, it's Tony Ann Zarcone from beautiful Hernando County, Florida, home of the world-famous Weeki Wachee mermaids. When I'm not playing Mouse Quiz, shaking my fist at Glenn, Mama, and Holly, you'll find me wearing my Kevin Curtis Allen t-shirt and geeking on WDW with Curtis and the whole geekin' family.
Are you ready for a fun-filled hour of food favorites, resort hopping, and hanging out with Disney World geeks? It's now time to go geekin' on Walt Disney World. Here's our dad and co-host. Hollywood was impressed with his performance in crowd scenes at the Indiana Jones stunt show. He never misses an 11 a.m. margarita at the Mexican Pavilion. And Mike Wazowski is still raving about his performance as that guy over at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Stone.
Hey, Disney World geeks. Welcome to episode 348 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. This week's Roundtable chat is with four of my Fab Five, some of my very first guests on the podcast, including Glenn Kessler, Heather Brainerd, Auntie Judy Ludwig, and Jennifer Glambos. It was not easy getting by their agents and PR people, but I did it for you, and you'll hear us chat about what we have planned for our next trip. We do a little bit of Armchair Imagineering, which was one of Glenn's ideas. First looking at a country that we would add to the World Showcase, and then we take a look at that Wonders of Life Pavillion that's been kind of used just for festivals of late, and you might remember it from the Body Wars in the past of Epcot. Of course, they're doing lots of things at Epcot right now, so we'll get a chance to put our ideas in this first part of two episodes. Again, I had to break it up because it's a couple hours long, so I thought I'd do two more episodes where I break it up a little bit for you. But if you're new to this podcast, let me tell you a little bit about us. We're 6 years old, and I've started this podcast with my daughter Lindsay 6 years ago. We started talking about our Disney World trips, and then we started bringing on other Disney geeks to tell their trip stories, and this was some of the first people that I brought on, and boy, I was immediately amazed at a lot of things, but especially how positive, caring, and generous our listeners were, and the guests that we brought on the podcast for sure. And before long, they all started calling me the Podfather, I guess because of the family atmosphere of our show. And over the years, we've built some amazing relationships with our listeners, and they continue to share their stories. We call them geeks affectionately, and I love featuring them and you on our show. They are like family for us. They're our geekin' family. We get together on a daily basis in the private Facebook group, and it's such a positive place. I get lots of great feedback on our private Facebook group, so come and join us as we chat Disney World every day on the private Facebook group, and every week, usually I release the episodes on Monday, so we'd love for you to join our geekin' family. We are also an independent Disney authorized travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge, and whether you're new to Disney World or you'd like to chat with us about your trip ideas, because you listen to this show, we'd love to be your travel guides and help you book your room, fast passes, and dining reservations. And many of our listeners book their trips with us, and that's contacting Mama and Auntie Judy at travelandtiaras@gmail.com or Jennifer Glambos and EJ Cruz on their Little Dolbus Facebook page. Well, it's been my experience through interviewing about 150 people over the last 6 years that Disney geeks are creative. They're fun and positive people, and I'm excited to share a few of the first geeks I found that began the geekin' family we know today. Well, I've been trying to put these superstars together for a long time. I think I reached out at the beginning of the year and wasn't able to put it together. At least I got four of the five of my Fab Five. These are some of the special super geeks that have been on the show since the very beginning, and I consider them my Fab Five because they're some of the first people that came on. They're still around, and they're so awesome. It makes me think back to the time I started 6 years ago with the podcast, and I was nervous to reach out to some people and wasn't sure what kind of reaction, what kind of people would I get on the show, how would they go as I brought guests on? I don't know why she's just
crazy one.
Well, we're going to get to you. You just hang in there, Auntie Judy. But it's, to my special surprise, the first person I brought on that was a guest besides Lindsay, my daughter, was Lisa Green. She couldn't be here tonight. She's actually working, and we'll get her on. I reached out to her and said, let's do a Disney Exchange show she had her own podcast after we got started, and I can't wait to get the gang and do a show with them guys. But for right now, I've got 4 of the 5 I consider my Fab 5. Let's bring on the first guy here. He was on episode 12. He reached out to me, wanted to know a little bit about DVC. And I said, I was always trying to build community with this podcast. And so I answered his questions. Matter of fact, on the episode, I think we talked about DVC, but you guys all know him. It's Glenn Kessler. Hey, Glenn.
Hey, Kurt. Hey, Geeks. You think you were nervous in those initial episodes? You invited a total newbie to come on and talk Disney with you on the Forever Radio, the internet. And wow, you had me nervous those days leading up, but you put me right at ease when we started talking.
I can't believe how amazing the first few people that I had on the show. It was just every time I got off, I'd look at Lindsay and go, oh my gosh, that went so good. And I learned over the years how positive and amazing and such great friends, Glenn, we talk about it all the time, that we've made over the years. And I'm so fortunate to have met all of these guys in person now. And the next one, she seems to be in the parks every time I'm there. And so Heather Brainerd came on episode 13, and we talked about our favorite smells. That was the only topic, Heather.
Yes, it was. That was a great topic.
We carried it the whole hour, probably. Back in the old days, we were only in an hour podcast.
Yes. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And so awesome to meet you and Rich in the parks. The G3, we met at other times too now. Seems like I said, it seems like you're there all the time.
That used to be the case.
Yeah. Well, don't remind us.
We'll get back there. One of these days, we'll get back there.
Everyone here has kind of met and know each other, which was really cool. Which is what my dream was when we got started. But this other lady, she actually sang at my wedding, if you can believe it, back 30. Oh boy, my anniversary's coming up 31 years ago.
You're in trouble now.
So we met this lady through church. Matter of fact, I don't know if you guys know. I was thinking about this, and Auntie Judy, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. But I don't think we really knew about your love for Walt Disney World for the longest time until I started the podcast. And I started saying, hey, I got this podcast. And you said, oh, I love Disney World, and I'd like to be on the show. So you appeared on episode 14. I don't think your relationship with Margita really was blossomed by that time. Am I right?
No, it really hadn't. I mean, we knew each other because Lindsay was in Puppitude with us.
Right.
So I knew you guys more through Lindsay, and I knew her better because she was a puppeteer.
So what's happened since? So yeah, I was thinking of all the friendships. That's one of the things I'm most proud of all the friendships that have been made. And even behind my back, they just ignored me and go and do their own thing. You and Mom have created such a beautiful friendship.
Oh, we're soul sisters. Absolutely. Yeah. If a day goes by that we don't talk, something's wrong. I mean,
I think you talk several times a day, if I can.
Well, at least. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
All right.
But when I did your podcast, episode 14, I had to hide in my bathroom because my kids were all over and it was noisy and the dog was barking. And we talked all about what it was like to go to Disney in 1972.
Right. You were there for your honeymoon.
I was there for our honeymoon. So we were there a long time before you were there.
It's funny when you start mentioning and like I wanted to take a passion of mine and just step the gas on it. Was one of my goals, and I started talking about Disney World like we were already, but even more so. And people came out of the woodwork that I had no idea, and they still do. Having conversations at work or anywhere, and you find these Disney geeks all over the place, or the anti-geeks, which makes you more of a geek than after all. So it's been fun. Now, the next lady who's coming on here, I'm not even sure why she's a Fab Five. She must have made an amazing impression on me because I was going through the history and I'm digging. She must have been there early on. Like, is she episode 15? Where is she? And I'm looking through, and then it's not like till. And then I had this embarrassing thing that Brian Wall was probably number 5. And so I'll have to tell Brian this, but Jen Galambos, I think you must have made a wonderful impression on me as being like one of the first travel agents that we reached out to, which was important to me early on too, to get that perspective from people. And so welcome. And you had some great experiences early on with the podcast too, making friends.
Very much so, yeah.
I love the story when you guys were on with EJ Cruz and we hung up on the Skype. At least I did. And how long did you carry on with EJ after that?
I think like 2 hours.
That still blows my... And the conversation is still going. Mm-hmm. So, Jen, welcome to the show. You're always been... Well, I don't make an impression. I mean, there's some people that bring just a great energy to the show. And, of course, being a podcaster and host, I'd always like to reach back to those guys and bring them on. So you guys have all been on many times ever since.
I love it.
And that's the reason, because you guys are awesome. Pretty much everybody. I can't think of too many that I felt weren't awesome, but you guys definitely cream of the crop. So welcome back, and we're going to have a fun show. I asked you guys to give me a couple of ideas for a show, and Heather came up with an idea. Heather, what's your idea? You would tell everybody.
My idea is Schrodinger's Disney trip. So I've done this like countless times over the years where I'm on the Disney World website and I'm pricing out a vacation, just a theoretical vacation.
Yeah, it starts out that way.
Yeah, so I end up with this vacation in my Disney cart. And so it's just hanging out there. I haven't clicked the button where you purchase it, where you actually book it, but it's there. So in my mind, that trip exists and doesn't exist concurrently. So I almost always have one of those in my cart.
The Disney Dream Vacation, and I like reading books about psychology, and they do say you have just as much fun dreaming up your vacation and leading up to it and planning it, and everyone's shaking their head because we're on video that they agree with me. That's part of the fun, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So we'll have some fun thinking about what we guys have planned for our next trip coming up. And then, Glenn, you've got some great ideas here, what you call Armchair Imagineering.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun while the parks are closed to kind of put on our creative thinking hat and do a little Armchair Imagineering. These are ideas that have been either rumored for a long time, or they are pavilions and things that are maybe on the chopping block if Disney hasn't started on construction yet, that they might go a different direction. So I think it's just tasty enough that people are going to enjoy kind of running with this and connecting and sharing their own ideas, hopefully maybe even on the Facebook page after.
Nice. We're going to feature Epcot. Yeah, the one thing that's been rumored for a long time is another country and world showcase. I'm really surprised that wasn't announced with all the changes to Epcot. I'm not sure what the holdup is there, but there's also so many things going on there. So we'll take a look at that, what we think could be a good one. You've got the Wonders of Life Pavillion. I had to look. I wasn't 100% sure. I even forget when I went there a long time ago with the Body Wars and the other kinds of attractions that were there. But now it's when they have festivals, food and wine, they have the gear in there and stuff like that going on. So that's a place we could reimagine and see what we could think of going there. And I agree with you. You have Dino Land, which is the most, if you ask anybody, it's the most wasted real estate at Disney World, in my opinion. And apparently I'm not alone in that opinion. So we're going to retheme.
Even Joe Rohde has bad days.
I don't know what they were thinking with that one. And then Hollywood Studios, I guess you were talking about retheming Sunset Boulevard, which is the street that goes into Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster,
Lightning McQueen stuff over there. What could we do with that street? And
Looks like Jen is shaking her head. Hers might be a complete stay where it is theme.
Oh, I don't know. What are you eating, Jen? Oh, okay. And then Magic Kingdom. I like this. We got an opportunity here to build a new land over between Pirates and Splash. Apparently there's some real estate Glenn is saying is available. And we can put in there whatever our dreams can imagine. So, all right. You think we can do a whole hour on that?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, we'll try. If not, I'll come up with some other stuff to keep us yapping, but I'm not too worried with this crowd. So, Glenn, are you planning some trips, and do you have a trip in your cart?
Yeah, I actually do have a trip in the cart, and I have a trip potentially scheduled for June 15th through 19th, and I don't even know if this podcast will be out after this. So, this might be tell you how it was instead of tell you how it will be. I'm hoping that the park's open. I've been paying real close attention, as so many have, to what's happening in Shanghai, that they're testing the waters out there. Looks like it's fairly successful, that they really thought things through. 30% kind of entry rate, limiting people in and giving them social distance. And they pulled back on some things, but the park's open. And for us diehards, it really is, for me, just about standing in the Magic Kingdom, stepping foot on the grounds, getting that injection of magic that I need to carry through my day. So I'm really hoping that by June 15th and 19th, it'll be open. Now, the current plan is that this is going to be my 5-year-old trip, my final, I'm gutted.
Number 3.
5-year-old trip. AJ, who's now 9, we went 4 years ago. Harrison is 7. I know you just recently played an intro from his and my visit 2 years ago. And now it's little Alden's turn. He's going to turn 5 in July. We're definitely not going in July. Then hopefully June will be kind. And we'll see what happens. But newsflash, just breaking. Dun, 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 dun. My wife is, and Judy knows this because she and Margita are my travel agents. My wife has put the kibosh on Alden going no matter what. She believes that it's not safe enough no matter what Disney says. So Alden is now off. It is no longer Alden's 5-year-old trip as of about, 24 hours ago, Judy?
Yeah, just about that, yeah.
But guess what? This geek is still going. Solo.
Oh, solo.
Zoo, yeah.
Wow.
Well, I've got the annual pass. We've got the room booked. We've got the flights booked. We'll move Alden's trip to later in the year when my wife is okay. And she basically, she cares about the kids' well-being, but, it's just me, so.
Yeah, right?
Let him try it out. See if he comes back.
That's that idiot. Yeah, we are definitely on different sides of the risk-averse scale right there. So.
Well, besides that, though, what's the difference? You've had some interesting trip reports with the other 2 5-year-olds. What do you think, Alden, what's his difference, and what's he into, and what are you going to try to do or you're going to play it by ear and figure it out when you get there?
That's the beauty of these trips that we've been documenting now on the podcast even and in the community, is that you don't know before you go. I mean, that was the revelation with Harrison, So AJ, my eldest, he's a lot like me. He's a very high energy. He's a daredevil, likes to go on all the big things and crazy things. He and I just vibed, and it was awesome. When Harrison went, he's a different cat. He's very cerebral. He's very sensitive. He was not into thrill rides at all. He really changed my ideas about what a Disney trip could be, that, we started going to the performances and Streetmosphere and just kind of taking it easy. And I really hadn't done that before. He taught me something.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Alden to teach me something. I have no idea what the trip's going to be. You do your planning. You're a good geek. You do your planning. You do your research. The parks backwards and forwards so that you don't have to have that plan set in stone, so that you can change and flex with the moment. He's feeling like he wants to watch parades. If there is such a thing as parades, then that's what we'll do. If he wants to go on Tower of Terror 5 times in a row, that's what we'll do. And, I'll learn about him, and we'll share that beautiful bonding experience that it's been
awesome.
twice before.
Awesome. All right, Heather. Well, this was your topic. So you got a trip planned or a imaginary trip in your cart?
I do. Well, I actually don't have one in my cart, but I do have a DVC stay booked. We shall see if it happens. Hopefully it will. It's not until December, so we've got a lot of time.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, December 5th through the 9th. And as it currently stands, it will be a sister trip. Me and my little sister.
Yes, I know you've gone before.
Yeah, this would be the third time that the two of us go together. So hopefully
nice.
Yeah, but she is a teacher, so she does not know what school will look like next year.
Yeah, right.
So, the trip could change based on that. So we'll see.
Do you like that? That used to be a time of year people would say is a good time to go because of crowds. I don't know. To me, crowds are always crowded in Disney World, but
yeah,
do you like that time of year to go?
Yeah, we do.
I think Jennifer's done that too. Haven't you, Jen?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That first week of December, like? Yeah. She's you have laryngitis?
Yes, no, sorry.
Just nodding her head.
I'm like having the conversation with friends.
This is an audio podcast, Jennifer? You're supposed to be a veteran?
Yeah, obviously not.
You'll get used to this. We got another 6 years to go. Don't worry.
I can't wait for the charades segment.
Monitoring. We got this.
Where are you staying at the DVC? Which one?
We are staying at the Boardwalk.
All right. Have you stayed there? You have.
Yeah, that's one of our 3 home resorts. So
is that one of your favorites?
One of our favorites.
Yeah.
Can't beat the location. Well, you can beat the location, Bay Lake Tower, but it's the location.
No, I understand that. That's why I'm laughing, because when we were looking at DVC, we struggled between the Beach Club resale and the brand new Bay Lake Tower at the time. But it settled in on Bay Lake Tower because it was new, I guess. But I'm a big fan of the Beach Club.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Got a lot of good memories from the Beach Club. Excellent. Where are we? Judy!
Yes.
You had to cancel a trip with your whole family. What's going on with that?
Well, we had the big family, Ludwig family trip, all 9 of us. We were going April 12th. And the day before Disney closed, Ken said, well, let's pay this trip off. So I said, are you sure you want to? Yeah, we're going to pay. So we paid it off.
Oh.
And the next day.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, yeah, it was a big disappointment because we're going to stay at the tower, Grandestino Tower.
Right.
And it was going to be awesome. However,
I know they were all looking forward to it. They were all talking it up, even though they've been so many times. Why does why do your kids have fun going to Disney World with you still?
Because we took them when they were kids. We brought them up right. Just like Lynn's bringing up his boys in the right way. We used to go down. We camped a lot. But we didn't stay in a tent. We stayed in a camper.
You and I diverged then.
Judy, how old are your kids?
Yeah.
How old are your kids, Judy?
You don't really know.
Yeah, I want everyone to know because they still hang out with their mother and father.
Benjamin is 43 and Matthew's 41. Probably older than all of you.
No, I'm 40, Judy. You could be my mom, though.
I could be, unfortunately. Yeah, I could be all your mom.
Judy's house is hysterical when you go over it. It's like you're with 2 teenagers again, or younger, 12-year-olds. They're like little 12-year-olds still. Nothing's changed.
You throw my 18-year-old grandson in the mix. And
They're characters.
He's very, very opinionated. But
so you like going with the family? You have fun still with the family?
We do. We don't stay together in the park, though. We tend to go off on our own, but we always get together at dinner time and have a meal together. And we bump into each other. We'll probably be at the same park the same day.
Okay.
But there's no way you're going to keep 9 people, all tied together.
Right.
They were really disappointed because Ben, April, and Linnea were going to go to the Villains after hours.
Okay.
And we were going to get up at, the crack of dawn and try to get on Rise of the Resistance. They were really looking forward to that. So, but they were very optimistic, and they said, well, next year, hopefully Ratatouille will be open and Rise won't be as busy, and we'll go for it. So we did we canceled and we did rebook, but we're going to stay at French Quarter instead. I really like French Quarter. And we're going to try to pretty much recreate everything that we had done. Although I think we're going to change one of the dining. I want to do the Rose and Crown fireworks party.
Yeah, that's...
I did in January. So I want to throw that in. But, I'm going to try to recreate that. But I also have 2 other trips in my cart. Ken and I are going to... Ken and I are hoping to go in September.
Right.
I'm hoping things will be open. We're going to go for our birthdays. We do have Hoop-de-Doo booked if they still are doing that. So we'll see. And then, of course, we have our trip for G3, of which we have no plans at all. And we really have no plans for September. I think we're going to just kind of wing it.
Okay.
Go down and see what's there. And
why'd you switch to French Quarter?
I love French Quarter. We could get we couldn't get it last time. It was for some reason. So we got French Quarter. The kids really want to go to Disney Springs in the evening, so that makes it really easy for them to hop on the boat and go over. Plus the bus situation with me and the scooter. Coronado, the tower is the last pickup.
Okay.
And I'm always worried that I'm not going to get on the bus. But French Quarter, there's only one bus stop, so it makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
And when you come out of Epcot, the French Quarter bus stop is the very first one.
It does seem like it's really centrally located, for sure.
Yeah, it's a great resort, and it's pretty easy to get, to the other places. Really, it's good. We like it.
Cool. I want to catch up with Jennifer. Yeah. Let's see what she's got planned. She's smirking. She's got something cooking, I can tell. No? Nothing? Wow. They come up out of the blue, though, sometimes.
They do come up out of the blue. My husband, in fact, for Mother's Day, he kind of said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "Well, I want, I can't, one of my favorite things to do is brunch." I said, "Well, I can't go anywhere for brunch. I'm not cooking dinner. You're working. And so I want to go to Disney."
For Mother's Day?
So anyway, so then he called me later that afternoon just to kind of say, he was going to pick something up for dinner. He said, "Well, I'm okay going in December." And I said, "Well, with just us or with everyone?" Meaning my children. And he said, "No, everyone." And I go, "Oh, okay." Well,
Yeah, you like those adult trips?
I do. I've become spoiled with them. No, so nothing's really planned. It will definitely come up last minute, if anything, this year. There's a couple of other things that are kind of holding me back from going.
Yeah.
This year, I'm just really just waiting to see how everything pans out. But this August is a very big birthday for me, and I had very big plans for this very big birthday.
Oh, okay.
And then as I was starting to plan everything out for said very big birthday, everything,
hit the fan. Yeah.
So I really want to go to Disneyland. That's really, really what I want to do.
Have you been before? You haven't. Okay, I thought maybe not.
Oh no!
Oh, you got to go. It's awesome.
I have. Virtually, I have.
Yeah. No, Mom's never been either. That is another one. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that I would like to go by myself because one of my closest friends since high school, she lives down in San Diego. So I want to, her and I go visit her.
Oh yeah.
Make it like a week thing. So we'll see. Everything's up there, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. Of course, I may throw a cruise somewhere in there
because that's what you do.
I mean, yeah. And there was and then I still kind of, if we do December, I may get an annual pass, and then because I'm like, this was going to be my year to travel. When do you start celebrating that very big year? Do you do it beforehand, or do you do it the year that you are that? So
the whole time,
August 2020 until August 2021, maybe.
Yeah,
got it.
Annual pass can help with that.
When another geek and I have been chatting, and she's like, "I might go to G3 solo." Oh,
Hi, gang.
Hello, nice haircut.
I'm ready for a buzz. So maybe G3. We'll see. But everything just kind of.
Oh, I would love it if you come to G3. Well, that's my next trip. We've got a big wedding planned for October. So it's like, I like going in the fall, but with that guy, Kevin Curtis Allen, decided to come in February of 2021, which got me thinking maybe we'll do the Grand Geeking Gathering in February of 2021. I wonder if anyone will show up at that time of year. And to my surprise, we got really good response right away. A lot of people that went to the last one seem to be getting on the bandwagon to do the second one. It's really interesting to start to think about it. You know, I think we had some anxieties getting the chance to meet a lot of the people that we never met before and not knowing, I mean, what if this doesn't go off well? What if Kevin Curtis Allen is an axe murderer or something? And I've been talking with him for 6 years, but everything went way beyond expectations and was just such a family atmosphere, and it just got better and better. So there's that aspect of going back and seeing people that you've built even closer relationships with that'll be different. There's a bunch of people that are excited that had a little bit of FOMO from last time. So I'm excited to meet some of the new people that have been reaching out to us and booking trips. I don't know, that Facebook group I've got is like 72 people, and a lot of them are like real listeners, purists that are planning to come. So very excited for that. February. It seems so far away though, February of 2021, but that's what's in my shopping cart. What's Judy doing?
I'm watching Ken.
Oh,
He's scavenging,
he's doing strange things in the kitchen.
looking for food.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's what's in my cart. I'm looking forward to the Grand Geeking Gathering, the family reunion in February of 2021. We got a lot of the same things planned. We were doing some planning, and there's some of the same things that were exciting to do, like the Kessler Run and the wine bar. I don't know if we're going to do Wine Bar George, but some lounges and top of the world lounges and doing monorail loops and all kinds of fun things. So bingo game.
Favorite.
What's that?
The Tower of Terror, Judy's favorite.
Some of the things we failed to do, like the Tower of Terror, we're going to get Judy on that. She's laughing.
You'll have to give me lots of Bloody Marys first.
Well, we can do that. I'm sure that'll be happening too.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got the piano bar. That looks exciting. Some new things to add. So getting a bunch of geeks into the piano bar, it will be fun. So I am really looking forward to that. All right. Let's go back to Glenn. We're going to do this Armchair Imagineering, starting with that World Showcase country in Epcot that you want to add. I wonder if we're all going to add the same country. We'll see.
I don't think so.
No, I know. I think mine's the best. So we'll find out if you guys.
I think we all might agree with that. I'll start off because, this is a place I went this last summer, and I didn't know much about it before I went, but it absolutely captivated me.
France? There's already a French pavilion.
France. That was 2 years ago. But this last year I went to Belgium.
Oh, okay.
And in specific, we spent most of our time in the little city of Bruges. And if you don't know about Bruges, it's more than just that silly movie with Colin Farrell and, that kind of dark, sinister humor. Bruges is, just to give you a little feedback, Bruges is a town that was spared, amazingly by World War I and World War II bombings. It exists pretty much as it did in the 1300s when it was built. And it is the most charming fairy tale looking city that wasn't built by Disney that you've ever seen.
Wow.
It's got gorgeous rooftops that have this, I think it's called step roofs. You've seen them before. Google if you don't know. Cobblestone walkways literally everywhere. Windmills all around town. It is just absolutely charming. It's totally walkable. And really feels like a Disney aesthetic right off the bat. So you just take Bruges and you build the theming that, and that's where we're going. And then, I think it would be fun if when we build these pavilions, let's give a little thought to a ride, a couple of restaurants. Of course, you've got to have a nice sit down restaurant. And Belgium is known for food and drink, the world over. So some things that you might not realize even, but of course waffles. They're not just called Belgian waffles for nothing.
Ah.
The Belgian waffles are incredible, and they're everywhere. You can go, you can't go another 50 feet, walking down the street without running into a Belgian waffle shop. Their mussels are legendary. You've got frites or French fries, you might call them. Now, don't call them French fries in Belgium. They invented it. They'll tell you they invented them.
I'll try not.
Well, every shop's got their own idea about how to do frites correctly. And they're sometimes 24-hour long processes, to make these just so perfect and
Nice.
get all these dipping sauces. Oh, Kurt, you would love it.
Oh yeah, dipping sauces. Well, I love World Showcase because I love learning the other cultures and trying the different foods. And yeah, that all sounds good. You said they're known for their food and drink, and as you think of all these countries, aren't they all known for food and drink?
The Belgians will fight you about their beer. I mean, that is something that
Nice.
they take a lot of pride in, especially their blonde beers. I'm not a beer drinker, so I did not participate in that when we were there. Those who do absolutely love the beer. And don't forget about chocolate.
Oh.
Belgian chocolate is some of the most highly coveted chocolate in the world. They don't let you down. It's another one that you can find every 50 feet. I mean, you've got frites, waffles, and chocolate, and just heavy rotation on the streets there. Can't go too far with it.
The Europeans just do chocolate so much better than us, and we're fortunate listeners bring it with them, like the G3, and we get to sample it from the UK, especially.
Exactly. Do we have any Belgian listeners? Anyone?
Yes, come bring us your chocolate.
Bring chocolate. So obviously
Nice.
We're going with a nice table service restaurant that'll feature the mussels. What else they do? Beef stew is very good there. Fish soup. Those are some of the kind of the Belgian specialties.
Nice.
And then I think we'll do a walk-up window for the waffles and the frites, and that would just be so charming. You could have, it'd be a quick service as well if you wanted, but I'm thinking something like the fish and chips window over at the UK would be really nice here for a different take on the French fries and then of course these waffles. And then for our ride, something that we saw a lot as we went through not just Bruges but Belgium in general, horse-drawn carts. So horse-drawn carts are kind of all over the place. Don't know that you would actually have a horse-drawn cart, but if you created a show building and your ride vehicle was maybe the carriage of the cart, and you have some clomping, it might take you on a nice tour of Belgium's beauty. And Belgium has, this is why I was there, of course, as an art teacher, tremendous art. You may not know that oil painting was actually invented in Belgium, in Ghent, and one of the greatest paintings of all time, the Ghent altarpiece, is there.
Awesome.
We could really have a wonderful little historical type tour there. Let's see. And if we throw in a street performer, I'm going to go with street markets are very big, weekly street markets that they do there. So maybe food or antiques or something like that. I can imagine a little like Sergio type guy wheeling out a cart, and just hilarity is going to ensue as he interacts with the crowd and gets kids to be involved there with the odds and ends, antiques or something like that.
Nice.
That's my pavilion.
It would fit well in that World Showcase for sure. It's got the same kind of themes as all those other European countries. Awesome. All right, Heather, do you have a country that you would squeeze into World Showcase?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to say now I'd really like to go to Belgium.
Yeah.
What in 2 years? Come.
Yeah, I'd love to. So, but yes, the country that I picked is Puerto Rico, which technically is a territory of the U.S., but I've been there a few times and I love it.
Oh, right.
So that's what I'm going to go with. And also, shout out to EJ. She has a lot of family in Puerto Rico.
I'm trying to put that together there for a second.
Yeah. So the theming of the pavilion would be basically pretty much Old San Juan, which is the oldest city of the island. And it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, you have actually kind of similar to what Glenn was describing, these gorgeous cobblestone streets and just amazing architecture. It looks very old world. And then you have these huge stone Spanish forts with these beautiful towers on them. It's just amazing.
What's the food specialties there?
I was just going to say the food. They have wonderful, wonderful food in Puerto Rico. So the specialty dish would be mofangos, which is like a kind of a mashed plantain.
Oh, yeah.
And it's served a lot of the time it's served with seafood or with some other kind of protein. So it's very good and very uniquely Puerto Rican.
Nice.
And then the signature drink. They have many signature drinks in Puerto Rico.
Are they known for their drinking and their food there?
Yeah. I would go with the mojito.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What is the mojito? I know I've had them.
Yeah. It's rum based.
Right.
And with a lot of mint. It's a nice, like, light, refreshing drink, and it would be fantastic in the hot, humid Florida weather.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah. And then for the ride, I would do I called it the Rainforest Adventure.
All right. That sounds really good. They have rainforest there then.
They do. They have rainforest. Yeah. So I'm picturing kind of like a dinosaur sort of vehicle, the dinosaur ride.
Oh, okay.
Vehicle, but through a rainforest, and you'd have, lots of animatronic animals.
Love it. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it would be fun.
Ooh, it's close to my ride too. Excellent. You guys, I'm glad you guys came up with two countries I hadn't heard really spoken about before. Awesome.
And I'm pretty sure those ride vehicles are going to be available after we bulldoze Dino Land.
Have a couple spares. They know how to make them. No problem. Hey, Judy, what do you got for a country?
All right. Well, see, I sort of took this whole thing in a different way, but I've been researching a country while you've been talking. And
Jennifer, she's going your plan. She wings it.
But here we go. Now, I would pick Scotland, and I know it's part of the UK. However,
you're going to expand the UK pavilion.
No, we're just going to do it on the other side because we'll just move it over. But I think for a ride based on the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh.
You could do it as a dark ride. You could do it either as a boat ride that was kind of exciting, not just
get your boat turned over. The Loch Ness Monster.
But you could do a boat ride, and you could have some drops in it, and you could make it a great ride. But with the Loch Ness Monster. And you could have, for your entertainment, you could have a bagpipe band, and they could all wear, they'd be wearing their kilts and playing their bagpipes. And their food that they're famous for is haggis, which sounds absolutely disgusting.
What is it?
Haggis.
Haggis. Sounds horrible.
I know. And I didn't quite get far enough to figure out what haggis is.
Sheep intestines?
Uh-huh.
Isn't it sheep intestines?
I think so.
I think it is. I could be wrong, though.
I could look it up, but anyways.
Hey, you're supposed to be selling this, not telling us we're eating sheep intestines.
Haggis is here.
I'll help you out, Judy. I love haggis. I used to. I've had haggis in the UK.
That's funny.
It's with suet, oatmeal, and seasonings in a bag. Traditionally, the bag is the animal's stomach.
Yeah, you bag.
It would make it really good.
It's intestinal.
But they drink whiskey. That's their drink. They have shortbread. They have good beef. I just think it would be let's do Scotland.
Beautiful country. I think I'm going to drink all the Scotch flights I can get my hands on while I'm eating your sheep.
And I know they have Scotch eggs in UK.
Scotch eggs.
Scotch eggs in Scotland also.
Scotch eggs and whiskey.
Yeah.
Scotch whiskey. Sounds good to me. All right.
Yeah,
And Judy, you've got an advantage over Heather and mine. We don't have any Disney movies or characters that go with ours, but you've got Merida, you've got Brave.
Absolutely, that's right. Merida would be there. They could have bow and arrow competition.
Stone throwing.
But yeah, and bears. There's obviously bears. Like I said, I didn't really think this out.
Braveheart.
I
welcome.
Just was coming up with one bland, but that's all right. I'll come up with something for the others now.
All right. You go to work. Start Googling. All right. Jennifer, do you have a country?
I do.
All right.
It's Australia.
Oh, you did pick mine.
Sorry.
All right. Let's see what your Australia is.
Some of my favorite people come from Australia, so
Ah, yes.
one of my favorite geeks. Anyway.
Yes, we got some good Australian listeners, so I'm playing up to them too.
Yes. So, I'm not playing up to them. I'm simply saying I really want to go to Australia, but I was actually in Australia and New Zealand, but they might be offended because two different countries.
Yeah.
New Zealand is gorgeous. My cousin lives there now, and it is, she sends me pictures, and it's just like heaven on earth. So it would go, though, not in World Showcase. It would have to go next to Living with the Seas, because the Nemo ride, Australia, the Australian Reef, you would take
Sydney. Okay.
You would take, was it 42 Walter Way?
Yeah.
You take the restaurant.
Coral Reef.
Thank you. Sorry. It's been a while. And you would make it as, I guess, shrimp, seafood, what it is now, but more of an Australian flair. And honestly, I'm sorry, Adam, if you're listening, I'm not sure what the Australian, what they're known for. But yeah, and then you already have the ride. So there, I'm easy.
I looked it up, Jen. So I'll continue. I'll continue your Australian. I did a little bit of work, so we'll tag team. I like your ideas, though. I'm gonna plus it a little bit. My ride is gonna be a Mad Max simulation ride, so we're gonna buy that franchise. Mad Max. Yes, that is Australian for sure. Although I'm a big fan of Crocodile Dundee too. I'm not sure. I couldn't figure out how to put them in there though, but I love those movies. I love that. It's a beautiful country, a lot of natural beauty. So you definitely got to have a boat ride too for all that Australian, kind of like what Heather was saying too, because you're going to have, there's the ocean, there's the outback.
Oh, you'd have to show Ayers Rock also.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's so many cool little.
That's an amazing thing in Australia. Yeah.
So I was telling Mama about this, and she's, as only Mama can do, she's talking about performers, and she loves the African performers. And so she was thinking about the Aborigines, and she goes, "Oh yeah, you got to play the didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
And I'm like, what? How do you spell that? Can you text me that thing, or what is it? So I got it here on my phone from YouTube. Let's see if we can hear a little bit of it. It's
true story, Kurt.
Ancient.
I had students in first grade who were from Australia, their mother, and she brought a didgeridoo into class and was playing it for the kids. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
So a little ode to the Aborigine culture, I guess. I thought that was, she knows this stuff. She's got some great trivia in her head that comes out all the time. But so I was like, that's perfect. But yeah, the couple of other things we're talking about, restaurants. Chef Curtis Stone is Australian. Which I get confused with all the time, but he has restaurants. I looked him up. He's got restaurants in LA, but they're known for their beef for sure. So he's got a restaurant. He's got a couple of one is it his mother or his grandmother has named it off of. It's a real fancy one, but he has one called Gwen and Butcher Shop. So you could have a really good restaurant based on Curtis Stone's restaurants in Los Angeles area. So he's well known. So you got some celebrity chefs there, but I love music. One of my favorite bands of all time comes from Australia. So we need a tribute band for AC/DC.
I was wondering. I was like, it's got to be AC/DC.
AC/DC will rock the place.
Hurt every day, people.
So
Keep listening to the podcast.
You can eat your beef skewers and listen to AC/DC, and they're really known for their beer and wine. So you will not go dry in my Australian pavilion.
My Australian pavilion?
We'll empty out into her part 2.
Okay.
Awesome. That was fun. Good job, guys. Let's the next one to tackle here is, what would you do with the Wonders of Life Pavilion, Glenn?
Yeah, so this is, assuming that they have not broken ground or really done any significant work on the play pavilion that they were planning on bringing to that space. Coming out of this tightening of the budget that we're imagining is going to happen for poor Disney, that they're probably going to take some of the projects that were in mind but not broken ground on, and they're probably going to shelve those. And maybe time goes by and they think, that wasn't exactly what we should have done there. So what would you put in this place? I'm looking at that side of Future World, and I see test tracks, so I see race cars. I see rockets at Mission Space. I see out of this world stuff with the Guardians that are coming. So I'm going to go a slightly different direction and a little bit of an homage to Body Wars. Let's go smaller rather than bigger here. I would love to see a theme, based on going small into molecules, into atoms, into subatomic particles, kind of looking at the magnificence of the world, not at how big it is and how far we can get, but how deep we can go into understanding the building blocks of our world at the smallest level.
Nice.
And of course, you got the Guardians next door. So I'm pretty sure, because they're outside of Universal's contract, that you can use Ant-Man and the Wasp over here. And they can take you smaller and smaller, even into that quantum realm, and you can start talking about some pretty cool things. I'd love to go on this vehicle that just keeps shrinking. Every room you go into, you get a little smaller. You pass through, looking at the world and being kind of amazed at how all that glue holds us together and brings us together. This is a really nostalgic, 8-year-old Glenn would have geeked out over this if he'd have been there. I loved Epcot when I was young because of that edutainment component. And this feels like it's got a little bit of that. You got a Marvel property next to the other one. It seems to fit with the big and the small. I'm pulling for this one. I'm big time pulling for this. And the dome, by the way, you don't even have to redo the dome. It kind of looks like a big molecule or, like a COVID-19 kind of something like that. So you're already themed up on that building. You just go.
I would, in the true reimagining spirit or Imagineers, brainstorming is part of this. I would almost combine your idea and add my little part of that, which would be virtual reality. Because combine the void with your edutainment and use virtual reality in some of that space, and you could come up with something really fantastic.
Yeah,
take the technology.
And that's an incredible experience, Kurt, right? That's a transformative experience. I love that idea.
Take that technology.
Yeah, and I think that partly was what they were doing with that space. That's kind of what the Play Pavilion was all about, right?
Okay. Did I lose Jennifer? Or did she just go mute?
No, I'm here. I just needed to, my arm was hurting because I was holding my phone.
Okay.
So I just put it. Then he wanted to stare up at the ceiling or my nose.
Nice, Glenn. Good job. And Heather, do you have an idea there to do something with that pavilion?
Yes, and I love this topic. So, Glenn, thank you for bringing this up. Okay, the Wonders of Life Pavilion was about health and the human body. So I would kind of go back to that, but sort of pivot it a little bit, update it a little bit, and make it about holistic health and the energy body. So there would be sections in the pavilion for yoga, for meditation, for healthy cooking demonstrations. And I would take the Body Wars ride and just reimagine it and have it be sort of a tour through the energy body.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and this would be hosted by Dr. Strange because he's all about using universal energy.
Ah, Dr. Strange. Remind me who he is.
He's from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's Benedict Cumberbatch, and he's awesome.
Oh, nice. Good job. Boy, that fit your theme very well. So Heather does meditation, right? You've been doing that, especially you've been busy during this time of people being at home.
Yes. Meditation has been a very popular thing the past
That's
couple
good.
of months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been very rewarding.
I love it. Perfect. Yeah, I think, the human brain, we don't know too much about it. And so to learn and study it and teach people and how important mental health is.
Yes, absolutely.
Is an area that certainly could use some edutainment.
Definitely.
Love it. All right, Judy, what do you think?
I got nothing for
She's not going to add for now.
However, if I could jump pavilions,
Yeah.
I would go back to the Imagination Pavilion.
Yeah.
I would take it back to where it originally was, but I would plus it up. I would get new maybe trackless vehicles, but I would bring back the Dream Finder back in his original glory. When we were there, he used to walk around the park with a figment on his arm, interact with the guests. Because with the imagination, that's all of what Disney is all about, is the different ways that you can use your imagination. And that's what the original ride was all about, how your imagination created everything we do. You got to use your imagination. And I'd like to see them just plus that up, make that ride back longer the way it used to be, get rid of the gift shop at the end, put it somewhere else, and use that space like they used to, and make it an amazing ride again about using your imagination and creating things. And then having them build the area where the kids can play and adults can play and use their imaginations in a variety of ways. And they could have art classes, they could have music, they could have all kinds of things with the imagination in that building, and they could just really get that building back to where it should be.
Yeah, and Disney World was that first place, although I went as an adult, that I saw that theme was in many places. So to continue that, I truly believe if you want to be, we're all creators, no matter what line of work you're in. It doesn't matter. I was just reading a book recently. I like to read psychology books and stuff, and nothing begins without your human imagination, and we're the only creatures that do that.
Have any of you guys done the original?
Oh yeah. Judy,
you did the original. That's the best ride.
I was a child of the '80s. I went when I was young. That pavilion in specific really captivated me and embodied everything that really Epcot as a park was all about: the wonder, the imagination, the creativity, and that ride was stellar. I mean, it
was amazing.
It got you excited to live and to create and
then that room that you could go in and play. I mean, my kids would spend hours there.
Yeah.
They could spend hours in that room, and then they'd go outside and play in the jumping water.
Yeah,
right.
Until they were soaked.
It was a magical place. Yeah,
it really was great if they could go back and let people just play and create again.
And they've got to be able to fit. I mean, my understanding is that it had too many moving parts and it would break down, and it was, more than they wanted to keep up with it. They surely could maintain it. Now, if they can do Rise of the Resistance, I mean, all jokes about how much it breaks, but, they could plus up Figment again and bring.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. They could fix that up and get it going again.
Jennifer, do you have any ideas for this?
I do.
She's back on video too.
I'll come back. Okay, no, I really don't, because I just want Wonders of Life back. No.
I love you purists. I still love you purists.
I only went to Epcot twice, like in the mid 80s to like late early 90s. And so I was little, and I still distinctly remember Body Wars, and like mind blown, like going, I'm the size of, and get that splinter and whatever, so, and I remember all the computers, and I want that back. I think there's so many. So I love both of their ideas. about, either I don't care if it's Ant-Man or Doctor Strange because I'm a Marvel girl. But I just something, just give me back my Wonders of Life, because we have everything else. We have the imagination, we have the seas, no more energy. Well, okay, so I guess.
You want the energy, you want Ellen's back too, I'm sure.
No, I'm okay without Ellen's.
Nice.
Horizon.
Oh, yes, we want Horizon back. Yeah.
Horizon, yeah.
So, but seriously, I want that, because I think that the human body is such an amazing machine. There's so many things that you could do with it. And I feel like for Epcot Future World, I forget what it's going to be called, to be encompassing all those different aspects of the earth, humans need to be in there too. So yeah, nice. I would love for something to come back about the human body.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Well, I did it again. I recorded about 2 hours with my Geekin' family for a roundtable, and I just thought I'd split it up. So that was the first part of the Fab 5 recording with Glenn, Heather, Auntie Judy, and Jennifer. So come back next week to get the exciting conclusion of that roundtable chat. And thanks to Tony Ann Zarcone, a good friend of ours, host of the Disney Crush podcast, or co-host, with her brother-in-law, David Youngward. And thanks for the intro, Tony Ann. I love it when you guys send us in intros. I call the Disney Crush podcast one of our sister shows. She mentions Glenn and Mama and Holly, who are stars in the trivia, the Mouse Quiz trivia that we've been doing on Wednesday and Friday nights. I've been especially joining in on Friday nights. The Geekin' family has been doing great. We have a really fun competition going on with other podcasters. And this week we came in second, but I think the other podcast that just joined only had 2 players. Well, I don't know how that all works, but I think they average it out. But we've been doing so great, so proud of our podcasters. And Tony Ann is a fan of our show, and we're a fan of them. So go check out the Disney Crush podcast. Thanks for the intro again. And if you'd like to do an intro, I've also met Dave and Tony Ann in person. She talks about the G3 quite favorably. Dave was one of the first people that come to one of our first Geekin' Family meetups at the Nomad Lounge. And I remember talking to Dave about starting their podcast and having a great conversation. I love talking about podcasting. And I recently made Tony Ann our Geek of the Week, and I sent her a Geekin' Family t-shirt, and I saw her wearing it. So that was a lot of fun. So thank you again, Tony Ann. I hope you wear your t-shirt at the February 2021 Geekin' Family reunion. Definitely, if you want to send in an intro, I love it when you do that. You can contact me and email me at kurt.stone@geekinonww.com. Just tell us your name, where you're from. How about a fun Disney World fact or 2 about yourself, and that you go geekin' with Curtis and the whole Geekin' family. This week, I am giving my Geek of the Week to Glenn Kessler. Oh yeah, he's been on a lot, but I was like, my gosh, Glenn does so much for us. It was his birthday this past week, so I want to wish Glenn a happy birthday. He just sent in a patreon.com intro for me, and I'm going to play that for you here in a second. And he's been always heavily involved with us. So congratulations, Glenn, for being my Geek of the Week. I don't even know if he drinks coffee, but I'm sending you a Starbucks gift card anyway. We're planning on this Geekin' Family reunion to Disney World on February 2021. So if you'd like to join Glenn, me, and Kevin, Curtis, Allen, and a whole bunch of other geeks, come book your trip. Pre-event activities will start Thursday, February 18th with a bunch of fun stuff, including on Friday night, we're going to be going over to do some golf. We'll have a little mini golf tournament near the Dolphin and the Swan, and then on over to the boardwalk. Friday, we're going to be in Hollywood Studios all day. We'll be over doing the Jelly Rolls Friday night. Saturday is the Kessler Run game in Magic Kingdom. Saturday, February 20th. We'll also have all weekend, the bingo scavenger hunt. We'll have some prizes for that too. And I really hope everybody can make it to Epcot on Sunday, February 21st. We'll have a picture taken at 10 a.m. and then over to the Mexican Pavilion and World Showcase for the rest of the day. We're even going to have some people who'll do some fireworks dinners over at the Rose and Crown that night. So if you're interested, get in our private Facebook group, the Geekin' Family Reunion G3, February 2021. I think there's 77 members there right now. Definitely contact our travel agents and reserve your room. Let me tell you about patreon.com, or better yet, Glenn just sent in a new spot for patreon.com. So if you'd like to support our show, here, listen to Glenn explain.
Over the years, I've let go of my magazine and newspaper subscriptions, those daily and weekly sources of news and information about my interests. In their place, I'm so happy to have found podcasts. They educate, provide joy, and have an uncanny way of connecting us to a community. All this incredible content coming to us for free. But running a podcast does cost money, and it takes a lot of time, way more than just the hours that we get to enjoy each week. So I like to take my old magazine and newspaper subscription money and pay it forward to those podcasts that now bring me joy. I don't have to, I want to say thanks, and that I hope they'll keep doing this. Please consider chipping in just $5 yourself every month to patreon.com too, to help cover costs and show support and keep bringing new content our way. If we all gave even just a little, all the content creators we love would stick around, knowing that their efforts were appreciated. Thank you, Kurt, for all you do to bring joy and information our way. Keep it up.
Well, Glenn, you're so awesome. Thank you so much for your support. You do so much for the Geekin' family. And one way I like to give back to you guys is by doing some live recordings that I've recorded, especially the ones that coming out that I've done recently that were from our January 2020 trip. I want you to hear a little piece of that. Glenn and I attended this together. You may just barely hear Glenn a little bit at the end because we were there, just him and I, and we enjoyed the Disney on Broadway show. This is during the Festival of the Arts, and it was a great idea of Glenn's to go see that, him and I totally enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy this performance. This is one of my favorite performances from that recording. The recording I thought came out really good. If you'd like to hear the whole thing, become a Patreon supporter and you'll hear all of my live recordings that I release. I got another one coming up. It's going to be featuring Glenn and I doing a coffee bus ride for the Rise of the Resistance. But this recording is Heidi Blickenstaff as Ursula. So enjoy.
Hey, Miss Blickenstaff.
Oh, yes, Mr. Lee.
How about you unfurl those tentacles? Let's see all these people see your nasty side.
Nasty is delicious. I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me, well, a witch. But you'll find that nowadays I've mended all my ways, repented, seen the light, and made a switch. True, yes. And I fortunately know a little magic. It's a talent that I always have possessed. And here lately, please don't laugh, I use it on behalf of all the miserable, lonely, and depressed. My magic, more and more minutes old, in pain, in need. This one longing to be thinner, that one wants to get the girl, and do I help them? Well, yes, indeed. Those poor unfortunate souls, so sad, so droll. They come flocking to my cauldron, crying spells, and Ursula, please, let me help them. Yes, I do. Now it's happened once or twice. Someone couldn't pay the price, and I'm afraid I had to ride them across the coals. Yes, I've had the odd complaint, but on the whole, I've been the saint to those poor unfortunate souls. The men have bit them like a lot of blabber. They think a girl who gossips is a bore. Yes, on land it's much preferred for ladies not to say a word. And after all, dear, what is idle prattle for? Come on! They're not all that impressed with conversation. True gentlemen avoid it when they can, but they dote and swoon and fawn on a lady who's withdrawn. It's she who holds her tongue who gets a man. Come on, you poor unfortunate soul. Go ahead and make your choice. I'm a very busy woman and I haven't got all day. It won't cost much. What's just your voice? You poor unfortunate soul. It's sad but true. If you wanna cross a bridge, my sweet, you gotta pay the toll. Take a gulp and take a breath and go ahead and sign the scroll. Flop the jetsam. Now I've got her, boys. The boss is on a roll. the water's fine.
I'm so happy how that recording came out. So yeah, if you want to hear the whole thing, become a patreon.com supporter and you'll hear the whole show that I had recorded. And I also remind you, yes, we are travel agents. We are booking trips for Disney World, well, the best we can right now under the circumstances, but we love being your guides. Contact Mama, Auntie Judy, EJ Cruz, and Jennifer Galambos. You can email Judy and Mama at travelingtiaras@gmail.com. EJ and Jennifer on their Little Dole Whips Facebook page. We are authorized Disney planning agency through Fairy Tale Concierge. A lot of our bookings come from our listeners, our geeks, so we love serving you guys. Give us a shout, and we can help you through some of the complicated things going on right now. For sure, contact us directly. You can contact me if you'd like to be on the show. Reach out to me through email at kurt.stone@geekinonww.com. I'm often on Facebook too and Messenger, so just give me a chat. I'd love to talk to you about anything, maybe a trip that you're planning, or if you want to be a guest on the show, just contact me. As always, I thank you for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.